Welcome to the Natural Podcast, where we explore the depths of holistic health, uncovering the interconnectedness of our emotions, mind, body, and spirit. This podcast is dedicated to individuals who are on a quest to uncover their truth, understanding their genetic and spiritual DNA, and learning how to harness this knowledge to achieve optimal health. But this isn't just another health podcast. The Natural Podcast is here to ignite a spark of hope within you, reminding you of your innate potential for greatness. You are pure love, capable of living life to its fullest expression. Are you ready to embark on a transformational journey to achieve optimal health? Welcome to the Natural Podcast. We are up to episode 465. Can you believe it? We've made it up to 465 episodes. I feel so blessed every single day, every single time I record another podcast. I feel so blessed to be able to provide on this platform, but also for you to gain the information that you're looking for. I love it. So last week's podcast, I spoke about Libra season. I love my little Libras, the harmonious, well-balanced individuals who love to look good, feel good, and love balance. We spoke about the potential medical astrology issues that may come up during Libra season or for Libras and the time being. So today I want to talk about maybe things that we can put into place, things that we can do during Libra season, things that we can eat, or even make some herbal tinctures to assist us with our Libra season. But then I'm also going to talk about a research study, and the research study is going to be so exciting because it's all going to be about skin, which is what Libra is all about. Impacts the skin, but also to look good. They love looking good. So let's talk about a little bit about Libra, how we can balance things through lifestyle in the time being. So the thing that Libras love to do is they love to indulge. I mean, they're ruled by Venus. It's like, feed me those grapes and let me relax and chill. That's a Libra. So it's kind of like, what do we need to look out for during Libra season is indulging, right? The pleasures, the diet, those foods. It's like, what am I indulging in, or what am I craving to indulge in during Libra season? And how can I be wary of that? Not, you don't have to completely stop it. Enjoy yourself, enjoy the food, enjoy the pleasures of life. But it's kind of like, we don't want to go to an extreme, because during Libra season, we can potentially push it to an extreme. So it's like looking at the diet and being like, all right, am I having too much sugar during Libra season because I just want to indulge in that chocolate? Am I having too many lollies? Am I having too much cake? All those things that we like to indulge in those pleasures, or especially at nighttime, am I having too many of these? What can I do to reflect and go, maybe I don't need that, or maybe I can swap it and alternate it with something else. This is something to look into during this season. The other thing is also sweet tooth. Libras have a sweet tooth, or potentially even a savory tooth, and they overindulge in either the sweet or the savory. Neither is good or bad, it just is. It's kind of like we're just drawn to either towards salt or we're drawn towards sugar. Each individual is different. The other thing is also with Libras, as I spoke last week, is the kidneys, controls the kidneys in medical astrology. So it's like, how can I ensure that my kidneys are being looked after? Well, with the latest fashion coming out, there's a lot of tops that individuals are wearing showing off their kidneys. During Libra season, is that the smartest thing? Probably not. We want to keep those kidneys warm, and I can imagine all those Chinese practitioners, TCM practitioners listening are like, yes, keep those kidneys warm. Don't expose them to like wind or coldness too much. I mean, look, if you're out for an hour and you want to look good, because that's what Libra season's about, and you really want to wear that top, go for it. But when you come home, potentially put a heat pack on your kidneys, or ensure that you're wearing extra layers to keep those kidneys warm, because you want them to be able to function to the best ability that they can, and you don't want to keep them cold because coldness restricts it, and then potentially it can impact your detox pathways. Want to look after those kidneys during Libra season. The other thing is also, I know Libras aren't going to like this, or even, while we're in Libra season, is exercise. And that Libra is sitting there and being like, I want to exercise, but I just can't do it alone. And this is where potentially join group exercise, join a sport team, join a walking club, a running club. Do it with other people, because Libras love being involved in the community, in their friendship group. And it's like this season of group activities, and you see a lot of people you may be drawn more to. So like you went through Virgo season, you're like, yep, I'm going to get healthy, I'm going to join a gym. You did that for a few weeks and you went, you know what, that doesn't suit me anymore. I really would like to join a group fitness class because I want to be involved with other people and I want to be able to share my exercise with other people. I always say when I see a Libra or I know of a Libra, I'm like, who's your walking buddy? Or who's your exercise buddy? And they look at me like, how do you know I've got an exercise buddy? And it's like, yeah, this is what Libras are known for. So during Libra season, it's kind of like, how are we going to exercise and ensure that we're moving the blood, but be also social and have fun? The other thing is they can have an imbalance of a lot of different pathways in the body, which can cause adrenal exhaustion, right? Be absolutely exhausted because they just go and do, and potentially maybe not even for themselves, they do it for other people because they're such absolutely loving individuals and they want to keep a balance in their relationships, including friendships, co-workers and so forth, that they overgive themselves to that and this. And it's like, how can we pull that back during Libra season and go, okay, I'm going to pull that back right now. I'm going to focus on my exercise with my exercise buddies. I'm not going to overeat, overindulge in, those things in life. I'm still going to enjoy it and enjoy it pleasure, but I'm going to ensure that it's balanced. That's the thing about a scale. Sometimes it goes like this and sometimes it goes down like that. It's kind of like, how can we ensure that we're balancing that flow, that beautiful Libra energy flow? What can we do to ensure it's balanced and we don't hit adrenal exhaustion, because that's what can happen when we're not balanced, okay? The other thing is also, if you want to get the most out of Libra season, ensure that you're encouraging yourself, that you're being optimistic, that you have harmony, that you have pleasant surroundings, because this is what Libras thrive in. They thrive in pleasant surroundings. What they see is what they feel. Then things need to look nice for them to feel nice. If you go to a Libra's home, it's like, wow, it's beautiful, it's staged, the colors are just matching. When they wear clothes, it's been thought out, it hasn't just been chucked on. They really like presenting well and really like when others present themselves well too. So during Libra season, it's kind of like, how are we presenting? It's interesting because, Virgo season, you may have done like a spring clean and cleaned out your wardrobe. And now during Libra season, you're like, you know what, I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to go looking for that nice top, those nice pants or new shoes, potentially even get a new haircut or, get a facial so you look and feel good, because it's all about that harmony, the balance, and they love encouragement. The other thing is also they absolutely love social interaction. They're such social beings. So it's kind of like during Libra season, look at your calendar. Is it filled with social events? Because I can just imagine it is. Usually Libra season brings out, here in Australia, we're going into spring, which is all about being outdoors more, hanging out with our friends more, our family, our loved ones. And it's like, okay, well, my social calendar is looking pretty full, because that's what Libras love. Libra season is all about that social interaction, that harmony, building balance in, looking good. It's like, oh, what can I wear to that dinner? What can I wear for that outgoing, for that birthday? Whatever event it is on, how can I look good and feel good and have a nice harmonious surrounding within me? So what would be good for them is, to have a walking buddy, a running buddy, go shopping if you want to reinvent your wardrobe or get rid of some stuff, trial new things, see how it sits and feels for you. But also the other thing is also keeping your kidneys warm. Let's go back to that. Keeping your kidneys warm, not allowing that imbalance of extremes, or like having so much savory or so much sweets, balancing your diet and ensure that it feels right for you and it sits well, to ensure that you have the good skin health, to ensure that you have the good adrenal health, kidney health, all those things that I spoke about last week, which potentially can come up during Libra season or for Libras. The other thing is, when we're looking at diet, mind you, this is not advice for you to take on. Talk to your healthcare professional. I don't know, I always say this. I'm not your naturopath. I am a naturopath, but I'm not your naturopath. I don't know what you're on, what you're not on, and what your goals are. But essentially, when we're looking at Libra season, we kind of want to look after our kind of, not stay away, but not reduce. I don't really like those words. I don't know what words I can use, but rich foods that are just going to drain us. We kind of want to minimize them, I guess. or think about why do we want them and why are we craving them, because they are going to just fatigue us. The other thing that would be absolutely amazing I was going to say indulge in, but have during Libra season is seaweed, which is high in iodine, absolutely necessary for Libras. The other thing is hydration. Key during Libra season. Flush those kidneys. We need it for kidney, bladder health, skin health. We need to have enough water. So if you get anything out of this, it's like Libra season, hydrate. It's absolutely key. The other thing is also lots of B vitamins, vitamin C for that collagen production. So many other things. The other thing that's also beneficial during Libra season could be fasting days or juicing, because Venus is such a, like chocolate, cakes. You kind of want all of that. So it's kind of like, well, why can't we? Can we try and do the opposite? Maybe can we try maybe one day a week of juicing? Not the biggest fan. I'm not always the biggest fan of juicing, but maybe during Libra season, we can integrate that. Or like fasting, doing a longer fast, trialing maybe an 18-hour fast or even a 20-hour fast, which is really interesting because then you've got 4 hours to eat. It's kind of like, well, I'm going to be eating from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Or I'm going to be eating from 12 till 4 and the rest, once a week, I'm going to do that. And it's kind of like fasting to regulate that blood sugar, which has got to do with Venus, which has got to do with Libra, which is really interesting. Some herbs that you can potentially make teas from, or if you talk to a herbalist or a naturopath, may be able to make you tinctures, would be celery. I know celery juicing has been a big crave, and a lot of people talk about it, and I know I've given a little bit of a shit about it, but during Libra season, here I am telling you potentially celery juicing may be the way to go for a period of time, for a whole month. Or if you are a Libra, maybe that's something that you want to integrate in a little bit more. The reason why is because celery is for fluid and acid balance, helps our kidneys, helps clear the skin. It just helps with that detox, moving, and all those misalignments that can happen during Libra season. The other thing is also we can look at is rosehip tea. Love rosehip tea, high in vitamin C, absolutely nourishing. So it feeds that Libra energy. The other one that we can look into is corn silk. We can look at kelp, which I spoke about with the iodine. We can talk about nettle, which is a kidney tonic. Meadowsweet, which balances digestion. There's so many beautiful herbs that can be taken during Libra season. And then we can look at flower essences, which has got to do with balancing our energies. And one of the key ones is, I can't pronounce it, but it's Cicelanthus. Figure that one out. But it's got to do with indecision, hesitation, and imbalance. And these are key energetic things that may come up during Libra season, is not being able to decide, am I going to do that? Am I going to do this? What am I going to do for my career? What do I want to do with money? What am I going to do with my love life? What am I going to do with my family? What am I going to do with every day? Even what am I going to eat for lunch? This indecisiveness is a huge factor for Libras, and also causes them a lot of stress and hesitancy and unable to step into their true power because they are feeling imbalanced, because they can't make these decisions. So therefore, they're the ones that are always like, you decide what we're eating. To their partner or their family or friends, it's like, you decide what we're doing because I can't make decisions. And these flower essences may be able to help individuals make decisions a little bit clearer. So that's kind of a little bit of a wrap up in regards to Libra and Libra season and what we can do to help us during this season. And like I always say this, as above, so below. If the sun is in Libra and it's shining on us with that energy, we are feeling it. Doesn't matter if you are a Libra or you have absolutely no placements in Libra. Even if you have no placements in Libra, this is going to affect you. This time is so sacred and so beautiful that we get to experience 30 or so days in Libra season and let that shine upon us and be flexible to adjust to it. I love that. Let's now talk about the latest research. I love this research study. It's literally come out like 3 months ago. I love it. It came out in Nutrients in 2024, June 16th. And and it came out in Nutrients, and the title is called The Effects of Dietary Supplementation with Collagen, Vitamin C, and their combination with hyaluronic acid on skin density, texture, and other parameters. It's a randomized, double-blind and placebo-controlled trial. Love it, love it, love it. And it goes into detail about skin. Why did I find a research study on skin? Because Libras and skin is directly linked. And I hope you are looking after your skin during this Libra season. But here, this research study will give you a little bit of an extra hint of what you'll be able to do to potentially maybe improve your skin health. As we know, and this research study says, the skin is our largest organ, serving as a crucial barrier, protecting the body against environment alterations in the skin's appearance and properties that occur with age, often manifest with visible signs of aging. So we can kind of see it, because when you look at an individual, that are aging, you're like, wow, okay, we can see the texture, the elasticity changing, potential wrinkles come up, potential pigmentation, sagginess, and so many things are seen. And this is where during Libra season, people are like, wow, look at my skin, I need to improve this, what can I do? And some individuals go to the extent of getting Botox. I can do a whole episode on Botox, actually. I'm going to do a whole episode on Botox, and you can see where my stance is on it and what the research actually says about it. So leave that with me. If I forget, someone remind me. So essentially, the main objective of this study was to investigate whether the effects of 16 weeks of supplementing with 5 grams of hydrolyzed collagen with 80 mgs of vitamin C on skin parameters could be further improved by supplementation of 30 mgs of hyaluronic acid with 30 grams of hyaluronic acid. Oh my gosh, my pronunciation is the best, isn't it? So what they looked at is they looked at 90 healthy women aged between 40 and 65. They did have more, but people dropped off because they didn't fit the study. So that's what they were enrolled. And there was 3 studies. So the first study was given 15 mils of the combination of collagen, 5 grams, hyaluronic acid 30 mgs, vitamin C 80 mgs. That was the first study. Second study received also 15 mils of collagen 5 grams, vitamin C 80 mgs. Okay. The third study group was given a placebo, which just included 15 mils, which had no collagen, no hyaluronic acid, and no vitamin C. They investigated dermal density and thickness, skin vascularicity, texture, so the skin roughness, skin hydration, wrinkles, volume, maximum depth. So they looked at all those parameters to see if the skin improved. So I'm going to read what it says here. So skin aging primarily arises from changes occurring in the dermis, which is the layer predominantly accountable for skin firmness and elasticity. The ability of substances to reach this deep layer is therefore crucial for yielding and enduring an impact of the process of skin aging. So this is talking about topical skincare products often fail to reach this dermis layer due to the limited skin penetration ability. This is where oral supplementation provides an alternative route, facilitating the delivery of nutrients and other bioactive compounds via the bloodstream to the dermis, where they can have an extra effect. So this is where we're looking at topical application versus taking it internally. And this is where a lot of people really concentrate on the topical application, but they don't really concentrate on what they're eating or what supplements they may be taking. So this is where it's absolutely key to reach that layer can be done through supplements and food. Okay, so what are the results, Mihaela? What are the results? So what they did is after 16 weeks of supplementation, both test group 1 and 2, so not the placebo, 1 and 2, one which had the hyaluronic acid and the other one that didn't, showed comparable effectiveness in reducing skin roughness as well as wrinkle severity in comparison to the placebo. They observed significant reduction in wrinkle volume. That is huge. I mean, there's so many individuals out there that are like, I don't want wrinkles. I want to reduce my wrinkle volume. This is saying that what they tested for assisted, right? This is the key part, is on the other hand, there was no significant difference in the effects between the study group 1 and 2. We could not confirm any beneficial effect by adding hyaluronic acid to collagen to improve skin texture or wrinkles. So it's kind of like, okay, so the first study that had the collagen, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin C didn't show a difference compared to just taking the collagen and vitamin C. Okay, so what they've concluded is, I'm going to read the conclusion that's written here, is in the present randomized double-blinded placebo-controlled trial, the 16-week administration of liquid food supplementation containing a daily dose of 5 grams of collagen with 80 mgs of vitamin C, or the combination with 30 mgs of hyaluronic acid was tested. The results showed beneficial effects of both interventions on the skin. So both of them showed beneficial effects, okay? Improving dermis density as well as reducing skin roughness and wrinkle severity. We're all looking for that anti-wrinkle magic pill. Maybe this is the answer. So the other thing that they looked at is, however, there was no notable effects observed on skin elasticity or hydration following supplementation with either of the test products. As no superior effects of the addition of hyaluronic acid to collagen were observed on the assessed skin parameters, they cannot confirm the ability of hyaluronic acid to further improve the effects observed of collagen supplementation. So this is a really interesting study, and it literally just came out a few months ago. This is saying that the supplementation with just the collagen and vitamin C is able to make an impact on our skin. There's no need to add the hyaluronic acid into this internally. There's no need to add it. Externally, we can look at it. I can look at other studies, and I can if you want me to, and I'll be able to do another podcast on it and see how that affects it. But just taking collagen supplements and vitamin C for 16 weeks showed a huge improvement in wrinkle volume, which is absolutely amazing. I think it's mind-blowing. So during this Libra season, if you want to get better skin, potentially work with a healthcare professional that's able to give you 16 weeks of the 5 grams of collagen, a good quality collagen, and also 80 mgs of vitamin C. And also depends where you're getting that vitamin C from, which is amazing. I think these types of studies are game changing. It allows us to reflect and go, more is not always the answer, because adding something else to this clearly showed no significant benefit. And it's like, okay, so more is not always the answer, which is all about Libra season. More is not always the extreme of having more is not always the answer. We can take away things, make it simple, and balance it up. This is why I really appreciate these research studies that allow us to reflect upon what is actually working, what's not working. Can we add things? Can we subtract things? So if you're looking at improving your skin health during Libra season, number one, hydration. Hydration, water, because there's no point of adding any collagen supplements or vitamin C supplements if you're not even drinking enough water. You need to be drinking enough water. The other thing is exercise with a buddy. Get that lymphatic system moving, which is essentially going to help your kidney health, going to help your skin, and then potentially looking at supplementing, if that is something that you're wishing to do, with collagen, with high, good quality collagen and vitamin C. There you have it. Today's podcast episode, all about, I guess, looking cute, looking pretty, because, it's not all about, I do want to put a note in there. It's not always about the physical appearance of looking good. It's also what it comes with. When an individual looks good, feels good, it has an impact on their mental health. It has an impact on their quality of life. So many things, because essentially it impacts a number of things in our lives. So it's just about the physical appearance. It's also about the emotional connection to it. It's also about mental health and so many other factors. So it's kind of like you can sit there and be like, why do I want to look good? And you'll be able to link it to so many other things, and that's not just physical appearance. All right, there you have it. I'm going to wrap it up. I've been talking for longer than I probably should be, because I just can't stop talking about these things. But I want you to get the information that you want to get. So Libra season, I spoke about it. Amazing research study that literally came out a few months ago. There you have it. If you want me to talk about any topic that you're really interested in, let me know. Contact me on Instagram. I try to get back to most individuals as much as I can. And if I don't, please bear with me. I will get in touch. Thank you for joining us on Natural Podcast. And remember, you are pure love, capable of living life to its fullest expression. Thank you.
Content and information provided here is opinion of Mihaela and is for information purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. It is not intended to provide medical advice or take the place of medical advice or any current treatment you're undertaking. Consult your own medical professionals for any medical issues that you may be having. This entire disclaimer also applies to any guests or contributors to the Natural Health Podcast. It is advised that you consult your doctor or healthcare professional in relation to any health concerns you may be having. Mihaela does not take responsibility for any health consequences which occur from a person listening, viewing, or reading this content. Under no circumstances shall the Natural Podcast, Mihaela any guests or contributors to the Natural Podcast, or any employees, associates, or affiliates of Mihaela be responsible for damages arising from the information provided on the Natural Podcast. By listening to this podcast, you agree not to use this podcast as medical advice to treat any medical conditions in either yourself or others. Please note, if you're taking prescription, do not stop your medication or start a new protocol, including but not limited to supplements, diet, lifestyle changes without consulting a doctor or healthcare professional. If you or any person has a medical concern, you should consult with your healthcare provider or seek other professional medical advice. Never disregard professional medical advice or delay in seeking it because of something that you have read or heard on the Natural Podcast or in any linked materials. If you think you may have a medical emergency, call your doctor or emergency services immediately. Neither Mihaela nor the publisher of this content takes responsibility for the possible health consequences of any person or persons reading or listening or following the information in the educational content.